It's Auntie Akiba, and I'm here to read you a book. This is a book about Harlem in New York City. The name of this book is Uptown. And guess what's up? It's not up in the sky. The streets are numbered, and when you go up in the numbers get bigger. So Harlem has some bigger numbers. That's why it's called Uptown. This book is by Bryan Collier. Bryan Collier wrote the words and did the pictures. Uptown by Bryan Collier. Look at that picture. You see somebody looking out a window? Uptown is a caterpillar. Well, it's really the Metro-North train as it eases over the Harlem River. That's not really a caterpillar, is it? Uptown is chicken and waffles served around the clock. At first, it seems like a weird combination, but it works. Have you ever had chicken and waffles? Uptown is a row of brownstones. I like the way they come together. When you look at them down the block, they look like they're made of chocolate. They're called brownstones. They're all houses that meet right next to each other. And they do kind of look like chocolate, don't they? Chocolate bar that's divided into squares. Uptown is weekend shopping on 125th Street. The vibe is always jumping as people bounce to their own rhythms. And I want you to get a good look at the marketplace. People are selling things right there on 125th Street in Harlem. You see that sign? It says Apollo. You have to ask your family if they've ever heard of the Apollo Theater. Uptown is a stage. The Apollo Theater has showcased the greatest entertainers in the world. I hope we can get good seats. Uptown is jazz. My grandfather says jazz and Harlem are a perfect match, just like chicken and waffles. And if you've never heard jazz music, you can ask your parents about that too. Uptown is a James Van Der Zee photograph. I saw a picture from before my dad was even born. A picture of my grandparents' wedding day. And you can look up James Van Der Zee and see his photographs. Uptown is summer basketball at the Rutgers. Anyone can rise up and be a superstar for a day. Yeah, he looks like he's a good ball player. Uptown is canvas awnings on the windows to block the sun. It's like the buildings are all dressed up. See them hanging from the windows? Uptown is Little Sisters. They're on their way to church in matching yellow dresses. You see them? They don't look too happy, do they? Are you happy when you go places? Uptown is the orange sunset near the Hudson River. That means it's time for the street lights to come on and for me to get home and get changed. Look at that beautiful sunset. It does look orange, doesn't it? And many of us were brought up so that we needed to be in the house when the street lights came on. Uptown is a song sung by the Boys Choir of Harlem. Each note floats through the air and lands like a butterfly. And he's in the audience. Those are audience seats. She's in the audience too. The Harlem Boys Choir is something that you can look up and find out how that sounds. Uptown is Harlem. Harlem World, my world. And he is looking sharp, isn't he? Real dressed up for that event. Uptown is home. And this is a sign for the subway. Remember, it started out with the Uptown subway. So that is Uptown by Bryan Collier. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.